It's time once again for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. Hello, everybody. It's Uncle Matt, and I'm here to read you another bedtime story. And tonight's bedtime story may be familiar as well. It is called Alice in Wonderland, Down the Rabbit Hole, a modern storytelling by Joe Rhaligan and Charles Nurnberg. And, of course, it was written by Lewis Carroll, and this version was illustrated by Eric Puybaret. Let's see now. This story was copyright in... Hey, does it have a date? It does. 2015. Wow. Are you ready? Here we go. Alice was sitting by the river, having an oh-so-ordinary afternoon, when a white rabbit ran by. Not just any old white rabbit, or old rabbit, but one with pink eyes, a red jacket, and a great big pocket watch. Oh dear, I shall be too late, he groaned, looking at his watch. Then zip, he disappeared down a rabbit hole. Alice did what any curious girl or boy would do. She followed him right into the hole. So, down she fell. Alice fell so long and fell for such a long time that she thought she might fall all the way through the earth, and finally, thump, she landed softly on a pile of leaves and sticks, not hurt at all. And there was the white rabbit running down the hallway yelling, "Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting." The white rabbit turned a corner and simply disappeared. Alice found herself alone in a long hallway with lots and lots of doors. On a table was a golden key, a key that worked on one special tiny door. That door opened into the most beautiful garden Alice had ever seen. With bright flowers and pretty fountains, Alice longed to visit the garden, but she was just too big to get through that tiny door. Perhaps there's a key to a bigger door that will take me to the garden, Alice thought, but instead of another key, she found a bottle labeled "Drink Me," and looks like it's a product of Wonderland. She thought for a minute and then did exactly that. What a curious feeling, Alice cried, as she got smaller and smaller. I can fit through that door now. Uh-oh, Alice was now so small she couldn't reach the golden key which she had left on the table. But under the table, Alice found a box with a tiny cake labeled "Eat Me." She thought for a minute and then did exactly that. Alice suddenly began to grow taller. "Curiouser and curiouser," cried Alice. "Goodbye, feet." "Now there's no way I can fit through that door," Alice cried. Buckets of tears fell down her cheeks, making a big puddle. Zoom, the white rabbit, ran by. The very big Alice scared him, and he dropped his fan and gloves and disappeared. Alice grabbed the fan, which made her tiny again. So tiny she fell into her river of tears. She swam and soon met up with the mouse, duck, eaglet, dodo, and a lot of other interesting animals. Everyone swam to shore to dry off by having a race. Round and round they went until they were all quite dry. Alice, who by now was beginning to miss her home, said, "I wish I had my Dinah here. She's my cat and she's great at catching mice, and you should see her chase the birds." Wow, that scary thought sent all the animals running off. Wait, what's that sound? Footsteps? It was the White Rabbit again. "Run home this minute and get my gloves and fan," he told Alice. Alice ran and found the house and the gloves and fan inside, and a special bottle too. "I know something interesting is bound to happen," she said, as she drank from it. Yikes, I'm growing. Alice's head pushed against the ceiling, her foot went up the chimney, and an arm stuck out a window. Frightened by what had happened to Alice, the White Rabbit and his animal friends sent Bill the Lizard down the chimney to see what was going on. Alice gave him a little kick. "There goes Bill." Alice heard the animals say, "Catch him." The White Rabbit, Dodo, Mouse, and all the animals surrounded the house, throwing pebbles at giant Alice. Every stone turned into a small magical cake when it hit her. "I bet I know what will happen if I eat one," Alice said to herself. Sure enough, after swallowing a cake, she was soon small enough to race out the door and escape. Tiny Alice needed something special to eat to get back to her regular girl size, and then she needed to find her way home. She saw a giant mushroom with blue caterpillar sitting right on top. "Eat the mushroom," he said. "One side of it will make you smaller, and the other bigger." One bite and Alice's chin almost hit her feet. A bite from the other side, and her neck grew so long her head was soon lost in the clouds. A few more bites, and she finally got to the right size. Phew! How puzzling all these changes are, Alice said to herself. But now that I'm at my right size, I wonder how I can get back to the riverbank and to my cat and to my home. All Alice could do was walk on, knowing only that whatever happened next, it certainly was bound to be not ordinary at all. The end. It's like a cliffhanger. Wow. Hopefully Alice will make it home okay and maybe have more adventures in Wonderland. That's all the time we have for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.